Hey everyone, sorry it's so dark. I thought I'd make a video because I haven't made one all week. Um, this isn't my iPhone and I'm borrowing it. So I figured I'd make one even though it's dark and share with you, since I'm new and this is like my first month in the lawn care, kind of show my journey, I guess, of how things are going. First thing I noticed is that I got more business this week, and it's the end of June, and I'm getting a lot of calls after the rain. I passed out a lot of flyers and hadn't gotten any calls back because there was like a week where it was nothing but rain. Well, the rain cleared and a lot of people started calling, so I was getting a lot of one-time mows with people saying they might need me again. And so I was cutting, and a lot of that grass was pretty wet. One yard had like a ton of sticks in it, but I did go ahead and mow it and pick up all the sticks, and I even made sure to get all the grass clumps out, and it took a while, and I thought, okay, I hope they call me back. And good thing is they did call me back, and they want me to keep mowing their yard for them. So that's every week or every 10 days. So that was cool. And then another thing, we had a job that asked us if we would do gutters, and we had never done that. I hadn't, but my partner Clark had done roofing when he was younger, and he had cleaned gutters when he was younger. So I went ahead and took that job, and it was a couple $100, and I thought, well, I really could use the money, and I don't regret that I did take it, but I will say it wasn't something that I was real comfortable with. It freaked me out the whole entire time that I was on the ladder. The whole entire time I watched Clark on the roof, because he wouldn't let me get up on the roof because he had done it before and he was thinking it was best if he went ahead and did it. He got up on the roof around 4 p.m. one day, and he was like, oh, I forgot, whenever I used to roof, we did it really early in the morning because it's so hot on the roof. And he was like pouring sweat. He had shorts on, so anytime he sat down, it was like burning his knees. The bottom of his shoes, the sole, literally burned off, and he was only up there like an hour. So when he came back down, he had to go really slow because his soles were hanging from the shoe. So I was like, okay. Another thing, it took us a couple of days to acquire all the equipment, the ladders. We're still not even done with both of them because we did two houses. They had two houses, and they wanted us to bid on two houses to do the gutters. Well, the second house will be easy because it's just one story, and the gutters are all the way around on that first story. But the second house was an old, like, Victorian kind of colonial house. So the highest gutter is about 3 stories up, and it's at a very sharp peak on the roof, and we still haven't gotten to that one yet, and it's just been causing me a lot of kind of worry. And for the couple $100, I wish kind of that I just would have stuck to passing out more flyers and getting more yards at like $25 and $30 yards, and I'd rather do 4 or 5 yards a day every day and make $200 than to do gutters for even $100 one day. I'm just going to stick to what I know from now on, which is just the mowing and weed eating. Maybe if I get better, I can do more landscaping or something like that. But as far as, I'm not comfortable with heights, and I don't think I'll ever offer to do gutters again if somebody asks. So I'm just going to stick in my element. And I had a lot of people say to do that, and I really, really wish I would have listened. I'm kind of one of those people, I guess, that when I see money or dollar signs, and we had no business at the time because of all the rain, I was getting a little discouraged, thinking that business was going to be so slow, and that maybe the person that offered or asked us to do the gutters, maybe they wouldn't hire me to do their lawn if I didn't say yes on everything. They probably would have still hired us to do the lawn. So because we did a good job on that and they wanted us back. So really, I do wish I would have stuck in my element. So I kind of just thought, I got nervous though when they asked. I was on the phone and they had already hired us for the lawn job. And then when they asked us about the gutters, I was like so kind of new at it. I was kind of new at getting accounts. So I just said yes because I got nervous. And I didn't want them to think that we didn't know how to do that and that other lawn companies, oh, you should just go with them because they know how to do everything. So I really messed up and was like, yeah, we can do that. I hope that I don't ever do that again. But I am one of those people I think that sometimes jumps the gun and has to learn those hard lessons on my own, even though other people tell me beforehand, don't do it. And I, of course, sometimes do it. So I really wish I would have listened to that logic. Um, Another thing, I got a piece of glass up my foot on one yard. I kept thinking I had a rock stuck in my shoe every time I'd go in there. I couldn't find a rock, so I'd start mowing again and I'd feel something hitting my foot again. So finally got the piece of glass out, and now it's because you keep mowing on that same foot afterwards. You're just mowing, walking. It keeps rubbing up against that spot, and then one little tiny cut becomes a big, huge sore. So that's another thing. Um, Also, I was lifting the mower up, putting it in the trunk, and I threw my back out. So I actually had thrown my back out, and the reason it's easy for my back to do that when I bend over because I did that like many years ago. I had the flu and I just bent the wrong way, and ever since then, every once in a while, I can throw it out again in that same way. Um, so I really wish I would have used ramps even on the push mowers because I was just using a ramp when it was a riding lawnmower. But on the push mowers, I was just picking them up and throwing them in the back. So I wished I would have just put the ramps closer together for the wheels of the push mowers and just rode those up too. Because we don't have a trailer right now, so we just have a truck bed that we're putting everything on. So yeah, I'm not going to try to be a hero anymore and lift these mowers like I got some kind of superpower. I'm just going to go ahead and use the ramps. Even though it takes longer, it's easier, it's safer, and it's going to probably save me money. If my back's thrown out and I can't mow, then, you know, what good is it? But I've still been mowing even with my back doing that. So pretty much, yeah, I've been getting a lot more accounts. Been learning what not to do. I think I learn better learning what not to do than what to do sometimes. And I'm really enjoying the actual mowing and actually doing yard work. There's a bed and breakfast that we're doing that I love doing it. It's awesome. But yeah, I think basically I just won't ever go out of my element again and say I'll do something no matter how much money it is, because basically it's taking us so long to get the gutters done anyway that we're kind of losing money because I can't get out and put up any flyers until this job's done. And so I probably wouldn't have been able to anyway because we were actually strapped for cash. So that's why we took the gutter job anyway. But yeah, I think I should have just had a little more faith and waited to get a call or two off the flyers I had already passed out, and had a little more faith that, you know, these people would have liked our work and would have kept us even if we would have said no on the gutters. So anyway, it's kind of been raining on and off the last couple of days, and then all of a sudden it'll clear up for one day. So that's been kind of making it a little difficult to schedule the clients we do have. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing okay, and happy 4th of July.